Welcome back to my channel. So if this is your first time here, you're definitely welcome. In today's video, I'll be playing with this eyeshadow that I just got. I absolutely love this palette. First time I saw it, I was captivated with how bright the colors are. I really don't know what I'll be creating today, but if you want to see whatever I create with the palette, then definitely keep on watching. So guys, to start off the look, I already did my eyebrows off camera, and for my eye primer I used my Eyeshadow Pro Concealer in the shade medium beige. So guys, I'm first going into the Fabbla palette and I'm taking that orange shade called Secrets on the blending brush. Now I'm going to use this as my transition color. Now I'm using windshield swiper motion to blend it out all over my transition area. Now because this is a transition shade, I really don't want it to be so saturated. I really don't want the color to be so pronounced. So I'm just going to use the first amount of pigment I picked up from the palette and blend that out in my transition area before I go in with my crease shade. So I'm going to repeat the same process all over again, blending out the transition shade using the windshield swiper motion. So now I'm going back into the palette and I'm taking Las Vegas on a flat blending brush. Now I'm going to apply this all over my crease area and also blend it into the transition shade. For this color, I want it to be very pigmented and saturated. So I'm going to keep building up that color until I've gotten the desired amount of pigment that I want. Going back in with the same brush I used in blending out the transition shade with no product in it. I'm going in over the edges where the transition shade and the crease shade meet each other to make sure that they are well blended out together. Now I'm going in with my Eyeshadow Pro Concealer in the shade medium beige to give something for my lid color to adhere to. Now I'm going back into the palette and for my lid shade I'm going to be taking those two shades, which is Angelic and First Base. Now I'm going to put First Base on the outer corner of my eyes and the Angelic shade is going to go in the middle portion. This shade looks more pink than it looks in the palette. On the camera it looks more pink, but from the palette it looks more red. Which is it? I'm confused. Anyway, now I'm going into the middle portion and I'm picking up the shade Angelic to apply all over my lid space in the middle. Now I'm using a Jessup flat brush to apply the lid shade. So I'm going to make sure I blend Angelic into First Base so that they are more blended in together. There are no lines of demarcation between the two shades. And when I'm done, I'm going to repeat the same process in my other eyes and then move on to completing the eye look. To blend out the outer view of my eyes, I'm going in with those two shades, Night Fever and Glittered. I don't know how to name the shade. Why would they name a matte shade Glittered? Anyway, so I'm going to pack this in all over the outer corner of my eyes. I swear guys, these shades, they all look pink, but in the palette it looks more like burnt orange or burnt brown, something like that. It looks darker than it's appearing on the camera rather. So I'm just going to blend this in the outer view of my eyes and try to smoke it out, at least that was my intention. And then after that I'm going to complete my mascara, tight lining my waterline. I'm going to do all that and apply my lashes off camera. So to clean up all the excess fallout of the eyeshadow, both the matte shades and the metallic shades, I'm going in with a wipe to clean that up. I feel like I should have done a cut crease look. Cut crease just makes everything look more prettier. But it's still fine though, it's still fine. So right now I'll be moving on to our face. I'll be moving on to my face. So for primer, I'm going into my Santi face primer. I already spoke about this primer. It's a very hydrating primer, and also it keeps your oil at bay. So I'm just going to blend this into my face and into my pores, and then I'm also doing the powder before foundation day because I want my makeup today to be very matte. I'm using my latte pad brush to apply my Sacha Buttercup setting powder all over my face to lock in those pores and make sure no oil will be seeping through. So now moving on to foundation, I'm using one of my favorite foundations today. That's the Maybelline Fit Me Matte and Polish foundation, and I'm in the shade Cappuccino. I love this foundation because it gives me long wear, it's matte, and it's also one of the very good foundations that matches my complexion perfectly. So I don't know, for whatever reason, but I decided to start blending out with my finger. Not even my hand, just one of my fingers. I don't know whether I was planning to sleep while blending this foundation or what. But after a while, I moved on to my foundation brush to blend it out. After I finished spreading it out all over my face with my finger, I went to my foundation brush to blend out the foundation. So after I finished blending out with my foundation brush, I still went in again with my beauty blender from those of Glam Cosmetics. My beauty blender is damp, guys. I never blend with dry beauty blender. So I went in again with my beauty blender just to press the foundation better into my skin and take away any excess foundation that I might have put on my face. So after this, I'm going to go into concealing. So for my concealer today, I'm going to be using my LA Girl Pro Concealer in the shade Fawn and also medium beige. Fawn is very close to my skin tone, and medium beige is lighter. It's going to give me a brighter highlight. So I'm going to put the Fawn on the outer part of my face, or the outer part of under my eyes, and then bring in the shade medium beige closer to my under eye. So guys, I'm also going to apply the medium beige, the lighter concealer, on the bridge of my nose, my forehead, and my chin, just to give me a little bit of highlight, you know. A little bit of highlight never killed anybody. So once I'm done with that, I'm going to go ahead to start blending out the concealer. And to blend out my concealer, I'm using my damp beauty blender from those of Glam Cosmetics. So whenever you're going in to blend out your concealer, you want to make sure you're going in with products on your beauty blender, because if you go directly with an empty beauty blender, it's going to take away from the product you've already applied on your face. So you always want to make sure you go in with something, a little bit of concealer on your beauty blender before you go ahead to start blending. So guys, you can see, because I kept the darker shade of the concealer first, it blended very seamlessly with my foundation. So you can see any harsh lines at the outer parts of my face going into my cheeks. You can see any harsh lines. Everything just looks, should I say symmetrical? But everything looks well blended in together. Before I go in to set my concealer, I'm going to make sure I go back in, make sure that the concealer hasn't settled into any fine lines under my eyes. And I'm just going to look up and then take my Sacha Buttercup setting powder, because that's the setting powder I'm using today to set my concealer. I'm going to blow away all the excess powder and then go ahead to press the powder into my face. We're not baking under our eyes, guys. This is 2020. We don't want to carry around dry under eyes. So anyway, I'm going to do that for the rest of my face. Go ahead to set everywhere I applied my concealer. So I decided to go ahead to cream contour my nose. So guys, I've never done this before. I don't know why I decided to do this today. I don't usually cream contour after I've set an area with powder. So I applied two thin lines at the sides of my nose using my LA Girl Pro Concealer in the shade Espresso. And I'm using kind of like a pencil brush, but more tapered. That's what I'm using to blend out the concealer. the contour shade rather. So I'm going to blend that in. Also, I'm going to blend that into my eyebrows just to make sure that everything looks more symmetrical. So once I'm done blending out the contour, I'm going to go ahead to use that same brush to pick up my Sacha Buttercup setting powder and set the bridge of my nose to highlight it even better. So once I'm done with that, I'm going to go ahead to set the rest of my face and also contour my cheekbone, my jawline and my forehead. And for contour, the palette I'm using today is my much loved NYX Highlight and Contour Pro palette. Guys, did you see what happened? A whole chunk of the highlighter shade just fell out. Anyway, moving into contouring my face, I'm picking up the darker shade from the palette and I'm using a blush brush actually. That's what I'm using to contour my face. I actually like this kind of brushes for contour, I don't know why, but they just apply perfectly for me. So I'm applying this all over my cheekbone, the bridge, I said the bridge, my forehead and my jawline. So once I'm done with that, I'm going to go ahead to set the rest of my face. So I'm using my Cosmetics 6-in-1 pressed powder palette to set the rest of my face, and also I'm dusting off the excess powder I used in picking my nose. So guys, to set my face and make sure it stays in place all day, I'm going with my NYX Matte Finish Setting Spray. So guys, to highlight my face and make sure my cheekbones is popping and I'm shining, I'm going to use my Colourpop X MakeupShayla highlighter in the shade Booming. I'm taking the Jessup brush, the highlighter brush from Jessup Cosmetics, to apply this all over my cheekbones, my forehead, my jawline, the bridge of my nose. Okay, the bridge of my nose I use my fingers. So moving back to my eyes to complete it, I'm going in with the same shades I used on my crease area, and I'm picking those shades up using a pencil brush to apply under my eyes. So I really wanted to smoke the under eyes, so I went in with my black kajal liner from Maybelline and I applied this in my waterline and also under my eyebrow, just directly under my eyelashes beneath my eyes. And then I went in with a darker eyeshadow, guys. I went in with a dark eyeshadow to smoke out the under eyes even more. So guys, for my bottom lash mascara, I'm using my Zaron Lengthening mascara, guys. You already know how much I love this mascara. I use it in practically all my videos. So guys, to line my lips, I'm using my LA Girl lip pencil in the shade True Brown. I really didn't know the look or the lip color I wanted to do, so I did two looks, guys. Two lip colors, so you guys should tell me which one you like. So I went in with the clear lip gloss with glitter, with shimmer. That's the Makeup X Shayla and Colourpop collab lip gloss in the shade Neat Freak. That was what I applied on my lips. So guys, for the second lip shade, I went in, I still use the same LA Girl True Brown lip pencil to line my lips, and I went in with the Colourpop X MakeupShayla lipstick in the shade C'mon Sis. So guys, this is the completed makeup look. Thank you all so much for tuning in and watching my video. Don't forget to give this video a thumbs up, like, comment, share and subscribe, and also click the notification bell so that you get notified whenever I upload new videos. Thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see you all in my next video. Bye guys.